The number of annual deaths worldwide due to drowning was estimated to be around 360,000 in the year 2015. Of those deaths, nearly 50% were boating related. For boating accidents that resulted in death of victims, 78% of the victims drowned and 84% of those who died were not wearing life jackets. So what life jackets are on the market today? Well, there's the inherent buoyancy type PFD, the manual inflation type, and the automatic inflation type. For your average youth sailor, the inherent buoyancy type would be ideal because they enter the water often and don't want something constantly inflating and then having to deflate it again. However, for your average boater, the inherent buoyancy type PFD is large and cumbersome, and they would prefer something slim out of the way and that they can activate when they would like. For this case, the manual inflation type life jacket is ideal. There are, however, times when your average boater would want something that can respond when they enter the water unconscious, for example, if the seas are rough. However, the automatic inflation life jacket that would be ideal in this case activates just by water, so a large splash from a wave could inflate your life jacket while you're still standing on the deck. And there are times when you're in a type of boat where you'd want to allow yourself to get clear of the boat after the boat capsizes in order to not get trapped underneath the hull, which could be the case with the current automatic inflation type life jackets. Hi, I'm Julian Fraze. My team and I are going to tell you about the Smart Personal Flotation device, and it's going to solve all of these problems. This is my teammate Kevin Raleigh.
Previously at Stevens, 3 teams have tried to create iterations of a smart personal flotation device, starting with the surround the neck design, moving on to a more traditional horseshoe shape, and then ending with a front and back bladder design. All of these designs did what they set out to do, but none of them really improved upon what's currently on the market. Luke's here to tell us what we're going to do to change that.
Our team's iteration of the Smart Personal Flotation device will be able to know exactly when to inflate each of the bladders to reorient the user and keep their head above water. We'll also have a suppression option so that it activates without the need from the user. They'll be able to touch it and deactivate this feature. Now, more from my partner, Juan Paul.
The Smart PFD is going to have a unique software implementation. It's going to have 3 states, the off state and 2 on states. One on state is when the user is out of the water, the other on state is when he's in the water. There's going to be 2 variables that are going to be monitored, the pressure and the acceleration. And also, based on the response of the user for certain warning messages, we will determine if deployment is necessary. Here's our teammate, Stephanie.
If we had additional funding for prototyping, we'd be able to create a much higher quality product. One of the issues with the past iterations was that the material was low quality and would oftentimes pop. So if we had money to buy higher quality materials, we could buy customized air bladders. These would be definitely airtight, and we'd be able to buy additional material to go around them to make a more realistic personal flotation device that is comparable and better than what is currently on the market. We'd also be able to buy better sensors and other materials like strapping and buckles, which would again make a better and more realistic product. Thank you.